We'll still go with Matt's question here. He said no question in the chat. Frog asks, what enemies do you want to return in Breath of the Wild 2? And people who, especially who watch my stream, know I want Wall Masters.
Mr. Handman.
Mr. Handman. I want Wall Masters back for that reason alone.
Okay.
But also, it would be creepy as heck to have like a giant Wall Master. I don't know. They can make it.
Oh my god!
I'm like, where would they come from?
Where did they go?
No.
No. Sorry. Okay.
They drop out of the trees.
That would be really freaky. Like,
but it would be freaky, right? I like it, but also Mr. Handman. We need the Mr. Handman.
I say make it even scarier and put like in Breath of the Wild 2, finally give us underwater exploration, but have every large body of water, whether it's the ocean on the side of Hyrule or the giant lakes all throughout Hyrule or the rivers, and give like a giant Morphil in each large body of water.
Oh wow!
Oh, no.
So sort of like a Molduga fight that you get in the desert, but in the water, and it's like Morphil.
It's like they give you the ability to swim underwater, but now you just can't because there's a giant boss fight in every large body of water. But if you kill it, it won't come back.
Yeah. Oh, but
except certain parts of the oceans.
Until the Blood Moon comes. That could be really fun, though. I thought those guys freak you out, though.
They do.
Yeah.
It was my Halloween answer. My
saying Wall Masters was sort of a half joke because of, I think people who watch my streams really wanted that. But I actually I think sort of underrated enemy, though. Darkgnats. Bring us the Darkgnats or Iron Knuckles.
Yeah.
They're kind of serve the same function, but they're fun. But Darkgnats are like, because we've had them in a lot of 3D Zelda games, and then suddenly they're not here. And then just more Lizalfos. More colored Lizalfos.
So many Lizalfos.
Why do we have to fight so many Lizalfos?
I do love their animation for jumping out of the water, though. Some height.
And they're just like, as they jump. But no, the Darkgnats are really fun, and especially getting a flurry rush on a Darkgnat like that would just be really cool. So, anyways, that's my actual answer. But also, give me Mr. Handman. Anyway, who's next?
I would probably have to go with a Lake.
Oh, I don't like that.
Why?
I'm a big fan.
No, they eat my shield.
That's why I love them. They're so annoying, goopy, and gross looking, and I would love to see the way that they decided to create them in the graphics for Breath of the Wild. Like, that would be straight up nasty.
You'd be like, oh, a diamond, and pick it up, and it would be like swallowing.
Right?
No.
Love it.
No.
Or it falls out of a tree, and it just like and tries to like fall onto you.
And then if you try to kill it, it'll do like the choo-choos to where it just splits up into smaller ones. So then you get a like chewing on your shoe or your boot while you're trying to walk. Like in Skyward Sword, whenever they jump on you in Skyward Sword and it slows you down. And they do it in Link's Awakening too.
Yeah, I don't like
the one things. Yeah. It's like the like it'll just be like, you lost a shoe. And then when Link runs, he's like hobbling. Because he's got one boot gone because of the like.
Oh no!
What about Skull Kids?
Okay. That's my answer. As John says, I love the likes.
Yuck. Geek Apprentice.
No.
What do you got for us?
Breath of the Wild. So in the chat, they said, "Hey guys, what about Skull Kids?" It kind of makes sense for Breath of the Wild to not have Skull Kids, because if the population is down, then that means no dumb people are getting lost in the forest to turn into Skull Kids.
They're too afraid to go out into the Hyrule Field.
No, people will get lost in the forest, turn into Stalfos.
Children turn into Skull Kids.
Children turn into Skull Kids, I guess.
And the children are probably unlocking key.
Improved. in
Isn't there like 5
Breath of the
kids in
Wild.
Breath of the Wild?
I don't know. I guess.
Right.
Like there's
There's
not
a lot.
very many.
There's several kids. There's a couple in Lorland.
Yeah.
There's
They
a
all
few
have
in
the
each
same
village,
voice
so-
acting.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Zora children sound exactly like the Rito children. At least that one I could tell. I have an underwhelming enemy answer. I was gonna say one enemy just for the sake of saying it the way my mom
Do it.
says it, but then I remember there's still
Whiz bang.
in whiz bangs. My mom doesn't say whiz rope, she says whiz bangs. Every time she would play, she'd be like, "Oh, what's those stupid things? What are they called?" And I kept telling her whiz robes, and she would go, "The stupid whiz bangs." And I'm like,
Whiz
Okay.
bangs. I
so
love
whiz
it.
bangs already in there. I guess I would say, because I imagine it would look absolutely terrifying, so I don't know why I would do this to myself. Skulltulas.
No.
Yeah.
Ew.
Exactly. I don't know why
Big,
I'm
big
actually
ew.
thinking of this.
Kayla, are you really saying you? You just said like.
Yeah, but
What
now we're
about-
talking about giant spiders.
So what about
I'm down for Skulltulas.
here's a side question.
Mm-hmm.
The bird in Majora's Mask that steals your stuff and takes it to the curiosity shop.
He's the worst.
If there was a
Mhm.
bird like that in Breath of the Wild,
I'd
where
kill it.
where would it be? Like, so 2-part
Beetle.
question. Where would it be?
Beetle. That's Beetle's pepper.
Where would the bird? Yeah. So where would the bird be
No, he has a
located?
giant beetle that gets him stuff.
And second, where would the shop be that it takes it to? So, and if it was in Breath of the Wild, where would the bird be that takes your stuff?
No, it would be
And then
oh, what's that dude that sells the weird masks?
Kilton?
Gilton.
The Monster Man.
yeah, it would just
Creepy
steal your
looking.
masks, and then you'd have to go and buy them back from him.
Like you
Yeah,
do in Goose
well-
Game. You make people buy their stuff back in Goose Game.
That's true.
Yes.
It's so mean. That's the meanest thing.
Or
But
there's
it's hilarious.
goose. There's geese in Breath of the Wild, right? Like there's ducks.
Is
Are there
There's
geese?
ducks. I don't think I've seen any geese in Breath of the Wild.
But there's definitely ducks.
There could
There's
be
like
a
herons. Are you talking about the herons?
Ostriches.
Ostriches?
There is. There's ostriches in
Yeah, they're fire ostriches.
Elden,
Oh.
Elden ostrich. Yeah.
They on fire.
yeah. So
Mhm.
They
is
were
there
smart. They didn't put geese in there. They no, that should be their new enemy, geese.
geese? Yeah.
Geese. There we go. In the chat, General AMC says, "Imagine Goma in Breath of the Wild." I like that. I
Ah.
like it.
I know I said Skulltulas, but that's
Especially if it's giant, like
Yeah, because they have like the
it
random
was
boss
creepy enough in
monsters.
Twilight Princess.
yeah, Twilight Princess
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
Spirit Tracks has it chasing you, but I think that's just
Oof.
copied over from like the beta trailer of Twilight Princess because
It
it is
totally
chasing
is.
you in Twilight
In the
Princess.
dark tunnel.
Yeah,
But I like that.
it's pronounced gooses.
Gooses.
Goose is right.
Just like
Actually,
multiple moose is
You
meese.
should have redeads because dehydrated Ganon. Also, I want a mask to make them do fouettes again. That's the type of turn they do in Majora's Mask.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's called fouettes, but they do them inside, which is actually impossible. So,
Yeah, but they're also dead, so that's their magic.
Bongo
dead
Bongo in Breath of the Wild too.
Bongo.
Jonah, thank you. Is that what
Dead
is
Hand.
that?
Oh, not dead.
I mean, okay, Dead Hand gave me literal nightmares as a 3-year-old because for some reason I was watching my brothers play that at age 3. But anyway,
Yeah.
rated me my
Been
butt. But I have to say, Dead Hand looks way
Mhm.
less intimidating in the 3DS version. He just looks like jelly.
Hmm.
In the original, he actually looks terrifying.
Yeah,
Just pointing that.
There's a lot of the scary stuff is I feel like toned down.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
they're toning it down for kids these days.
It's easy.
I was 3 when I
Back when I
first
was a
encountered
kid,
the Shadow
for
Temple.
everyone meant nightmares for everyone.
Yep.
But Bongo Bongo would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see them
Yeah.
bring back like a boss like that. I don't know.
Yeah, right? Like
don't
we
know
already
where
have
they
mini
put 'em.
bosses scattered everywhere. I'd love to see just like other bosses.
Especially if some of it does take place underground.
Mm-hmm.
Bongo Bongo would be good for that.
hmm
Bongo Bongo. What about King Dodongo? What are just Dodongos? We don't see any. I wanted to see Dodongos at deathmatch.
So I was thinking of
Dodongos dislike smoke, so.
The other day I was trying to think of Pokemon that would be good bosses in Zelda games, and the first one I thought of was like the comparisons between like Haunter and Bongo Bongo, because most Zelda games has an enemy or the boss where it's just like the hands chasing after you, and there may or may not be a head attached.
Or it might just be
a neck with an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not creepy. Again, rated E.
Dodongo's
Dodongo. Yes, Jorge got it. Dodongos dislike smoke. It's the cryptic old man message from Zelda 1. That's how the guy told you in the game. Because translation issues.
So a boss that I always wanted to fight, but you never, like, you get to see them, but you never actually get to fight them, is in Ocarina of Time. You go into Dodongo's cavern, and you have to open the skull of the giant dead Dodongo. And then the Dodongo that you fight is like a tenth of the size.
Yeah.
Like its entire body isn't even as large as the mouth of the giant Dodongo. And ever since I was a kid, it always made me wonder, if they did put that in a game, how large would that Dodongo actually be? And then you see the skeletons in Breath of the Wild, and it almost matches.
And also in Dodongo's cavern, like you see, there's like the ribs along the top and the side of the wall. Giant room. The thing would have been massive. Very, very large.
What if they somehow resurrected the 3 main Leviathan skeletons?
I think they would be nice.
Elemental.
We got a boss fight kind of like the Levias boss fight in Skyward Sword.
He had a parasite, so
yeah. Well,
these could have parasites.
Like something akin to that. You
well,
know,
yeah,
like,
the one dragon has malice, so I guess.
Yeah, that one did.
True.
Or what's the I wouldn't actually care whether this was in it or not. There was 2 that I randomly thought of. Are they called Beamos?
Beamos.
The eye things?
That one, and those little things that come out of the sand.
Levers.
The Beamos turned into the Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians are basically Beamos with legs.
Yeah. They just chase you instead of
Octoroks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
Yuck, but yeah.
Then those little sand things. I was waiting for those to appear.
Yeah.
Town and stuff.
They're in Link's Awakening though.
Yeah, they are. I hate them. And those little crabs.
Crabs.
Weird.
Give us crabs in the next. Oh wait.
There are crabs.
There are.
You eat them.
Yeah.
You
Far less threatening.
So in the chat they say one of them was probably the windfish. Do you think the giant whale skeletons in Breath of the Wild, since Link's Awakening is technically the next Zelda game after Breath of the Wild, could it have been a hint?
I think there's, because aside from the 3 Leviathans, giant bones around World of Breath of the Wild already, so I don't know if I think it's probably just coincidence, but
probably.
Yeah. I like the one.
There's a theory video
about all those bones today.
Oh, did he? Nintendo?
Pretty
there was another channel that did it. I don't remember who it was, but I remember seeing one months ago about the Leviathan bones as well. I'll have to try and dig that up. But speculating what the 3 of them could have been, and I think that theory, Levias, one of them was the windfish, and one other something.
One of them is a reference to the CDI games. The one in the desert.
No.
I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok.
Yeah. All right. Does someone have the final question? Is there one in the live chat? Does anyone have a question in the live chat?
Yeah, live chat.
It's almost midnight, so one of you guys give a question. There's about 50 of you.
Come on, guys. Between you guys, Gusla says, which he's just the first one. Question: which element of Hyrule Warriors would you implement in a Zelda game?
That was an actual question from the mailbag too.
Oh, boy.
You're just like, they haven't answered this question yet. Bam.
All right, throwing it in there.
So, I would go with the multiplayer, but then I would also make it online multiplayer.
Ah.
Yeah. Like, I don't even care if I'm the one playing as Wolf Link. I would happily do that, and then someone else play as normal Link.
I know I haven't actually played it, but from what I've seen of it, there's nothing in it I would want in a Zelda game.
Well,
Me personally.
The end of Skyward Sword is very... If you've played, like, the part at the end of Skyward Sword where you're making your way to Demise and you have to kill, like, hundreds of bokoblins, that's basically Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, they just like make a whole game of that.
Yep.
But
I guess I'm just personally adverse to the idea of Zelda being multiplayer. That's why I never wanted to do Triforce Heroes or Four Swords. I'm like, I want to be able to play this on my own.
Yeah, I get that. I can also say that I didn't play Hyrule Warriors, but that's because like hack and slash games like that aren't really my type. Like, I actually got the Wii U for Hyrule Warriors. I was really excited about it, and
there's
it just
so many better reasons.
Well, when it came out, there wasn't really anything for it.
It could have been a lot better, but Aonuma made them make it the way it was. They wanted to put like actual dungeons and puzzles and stuff, and make it like half Zelda, half hack and slash. And Aonuma was like, you have to make the Zelda game that we can't. And it was the same when Miyamoto was talking to Ubisoft, and they're like, yeah, you can make a Mario game, but you can't jump.
Don't make Mario jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still some remnants of like dungeony stuff in those level.
Yeah.
Right? So, I think if I had to choose one thing from that game to put in would be just the big cast of playable characters. That's fun. I don't know. It would be like, all right, I'm gonna be Impa now, and I'm gonna have a big sword, and
you can summon a boat.
Give me Midna! Sorry, that's all I care about.
But I mean, ultimately, if I'm playing a real proper Zelda game, I guess I would rather. So then again, when playing the story mode of Hyrule Warriors, it's better just to be a Link because super. So
Child Link is super cool because he's like wearing the bunny hood, and then he puts on the Fierce Deity mask.
Oh, that's his like special move thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that Yeah. Also OP.
And it also has Tingle.
Tingle.
Oh no.
And the worst version of him too.
Yeah, this is the
They
Majora's
could have
Mask.
at least done the Wind Waker version.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with that, but they can't use the excuse that the Wind Waker art style went because they literally put Tetra in the game as well.
There's a question that matches a comment you left on a video from Xavier.
Why are people so stupid? Not you, Jesse. To say the next game is going to be called Breath of Darkness. I've been commenting that on a lot of videos. Darkness. I don't know why anyone would think that. I don't even know.
Because you're spreading fake,
I don't think Jesse even thought it
rumors.
for a moment.
No, it was whenever like that first interview came out with Breath of the Wild 2. They said that they wanted to make it dark. There was a bunch of people online like trying to make jokes saying it was going to be Breath of Darkness. And then months later, there's a leak, and the leak just happens to have the same name that everyone joked about. Now, the real joke would be if Nintendo was like, well, it seems like they like that name, so let's... And then the joke's on us.
They really like that one, so that's... it's trending.
Nintendo hears us sometimes the worst parts of what we say and implement it all the time.
And yet, still don't have Pikmin 4. So
it's like Nintendo of Japan doesn't
not listening enough.
The jokes are lost in translation, so they're like, "Oh, they must really want a multiplayer Tingle game. Let's give them."
This must be a really cool sounding thing.
They want a Metroid spin-off instead of Prime 4. Let's do that. They want us to delay Animal Crossing. Let's do that.
Unacceptable.
This is why we have localizers, guys.
If that's Nintendo, or yeah, I'm gonna sue Nintendo. All right, Geek, pick the last question.
Wasn't that the last question?
Was it?
That was the last
Oh,
Two last questions.
I don't know. I guess.
I just feel bad because I'm like falling asleep.
No, so in that case, Daniel, who are you? Where can people find your calves?
I don't even know where I am and who I am.
Your calves.
I don't even know where my calves are. I don't even know.
Not attached to you.
Look what I have.
No.
If you can guess what's in my hand.
A banana.
No, it's green.
Then it's not worth it. It's not even worth
Gum.
No, it's too big to be gum. It says Tennessee on it.
A wristband.
football
Concert
tickets.
ticket.
Ha!
I was
it's
right.
one of those-
That's funny.
Yeah,
That was what I was gonna say. One of those slap bracelets.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was watching a video last night, and it was talking about toys and stuff that were banned, and apparently these were on
those are banned?
lists because like the plastic would come off and then the metal would cut people.
Oh my god!
Oh.
It's like, are Kinder Eggs still banned in the States?
I don't
They
know.
changed the packaging, so I think that they shouldn't be. They weren't for a really long time.
I don't even know what those are.
Then probably. They're little chocolates
Huh.
that have toys inside.
Wait, they're little what?
They're
The
like chocolate eggs.
Like a chocolate egg?
Oh no, I grew up on those.
Oh, then I don't know. So,
They still sell them in our local places, at least here in Florida.
I just heard that they got banned somewhere in the States because a kid choked on the toy. And I'm like, don't eat the toy
That's
part.
the kid's fault for being
That's just-
stupid and the parent not watching them.
Yeah, so
Oof.
this is just great. It's just like what's that book? It was one of my favorite books in high school. Catcher in the Rye got banned because
Never-ending story.
Because some guy,
Because
the guy who shot John Lennon, it was his favorite book, so it was banned in a lot of countries. It was that's how things get banned apparently.
Marsupial says you can get Kinder Eggs at Walgreens.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're not banned.
We still have them because I remember there were Toy Story themed ones when Toy Story 2 came out.
They
And they did it again, I think, for Toy Story 3. I don't know about Toy Story 4, but
They could
Alright,
have
alright.
banned them for like a week, and then they're like, what if we put a warning on the box?
like the warning on blow dryers that say, don't put this in water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or one time I bought a box of chocolate covered almonds and it said warning may contain and I was like, I can't
Sure.
hope so.
That's the point of why I'm buying it.
I paid for the almonds. That ain't cheap.
It better.
Tell me my peanut M&Ms are contaminated with nuts.
They sure are. They sure are.
So Daniel, tell people about your content.
My content. I'm content to
Good.
tell people about that. I'm Daniel. You also may know me as Capt Ferguson on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch and YouTube.
And you can juggle heads.
Patreon apparently that's a thing that's going on right now as well. Cap Ferguson, I'm the man who holds the heads on that Twitter photo that Danny made. So I stream twice a week on Twitch on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings usually, and I also make the occasional YouTube video, not super frequently, but I try and put out fun videos once in a while. All my streams are re-uploaded on my YouTube. Well, I just put a video up. It went live today as well. If you want to check that out, about a topic that people who listen to this podcast are probably really familiar with about geography in Zelda and how it's very deep dive into how it just doesn't work in theories at all. So it's mostly for fun. It's a bit of a nonsense video, which is the best kind. So you can check that out if you want. Otherwise, if you don't care about all that, and you just like listening to me talk, I'm here every week on the old podcast. I say every week that we have the podcast.
Read RPG in the chat.
Says, brand new Cat Ferguson video. Check it out. It's about Zelda maps or something like this. I don't know. I haven't watched. You haven't watched it, RPG? Bruh.
Are you supposed to be his biggest fan?
He totally is. But yeah.
See, people in the chat says it's good. So some people watched it.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad people like it. It's a bit of a messy video. It's fun.
It's more fun that way.
It's more fun. Yes. Mm-hmm. Who's next?
I will share it on the. I almost said Twitter, on the YouTube thing, the community thing where you can share stuff. I'll share it.
Jesse's so tired. Look at him.
I made it because we were talking about maps on the podcast, and I just got the idea because we were talking about it a lot, and I kept joking about the maps and then being like, "We just talked about this," on the episode where we had Glook.
Yeah. Really quickly, AOG Firepower talks about the Oracle things. I think 𝐓𝐻𝐿 could probably do that. It would make sense, but I think they would have to get permission from Capcom because Capcom made the original games.
Yar.
But Tubes, tell people about your content.
Well, I haven't been making a lot of it lately. I've been AWOL as per usual. But when I am around, you can find me on Twitch at 𝐓𝐰𝐢𝐿𝐼 with an extra A because I'm just like that. Or I find I post mostly on Twitter. Like, I'm most active there. So if you guys want to communicate with me, Twitter's the best place. I am also at 𝐓𝐵LIMA there. And if you need attention on Discord, you're more than welcome to @ me. I normally see my notifications, and I've been surprisingly active there. Nobody else has been, so it's been lonely. Come bother me on Discord.
Oof. I get called out for never being active on Discord.
That's me.
Oh.
Geek Apprentice, your turn.
Okay. I'm the Geek Apprentice. I make YouTube videos usually twice a week about different things: Zelda, Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Harry Potter, How to Train Your Dragon, and Disney. It's too many things, but yeah, I'm mainly there. I do sometimes stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Sometimes I try to do Monday and Thursday evening. Right now I'm doing �link's Awakening, and I die a lot. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I have an Instagram, also the Geek Apprentice. I post photos there. But if you try to direct message me, I probably won't see it because it goes to a request box and I don't get notified for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so annoying about Instagram, honestly.
You
Link. Yeah.
Are
I just
you
never
making a
see it.
video about the new Hunger Games book?
I already did a while back.
Yeah, Jesse.
I mean the name and cover field, but I haven't thought of a topic. And besides, it's not November yet. November is Hunger Games month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am 𝐵𝐸𝐺𝐿𝐼. Everything is 𝐵𝐸𝐺𝐿𝐼. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I hear people upstairs yelling or something in the apartment above. But yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, everything is 𝐵𝐸𝐺𝐿𝐼. So if you need anything, just go to the website and type in 𝐵𝐸𝐺𝐿𝐼. Chances are it's me. If it's not, then talk to them anyways.
Or don't. I don't know. You don't have to. Live your life.
What was the best?
Yeah. And I guess that's it. We tried to do the podcast every week, but lately it's been like every 2 to 3 weeks because we all have lives.
Oh,
So-
that reminds me. It's Canadian Thanksgiving next week, so we'll probably have to find a different day for it because we will be eating turkey.
That and also my brother's. So
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I have got a busy weekend.
Wait, why do they
this
say
week.
Tube stop yelling?
What?
They say
She
Tube
ain't
stop
yelling.
Oh,
She
maybe I'm
yelled.
too close to my microphone.
Maybe she just needs to calm down.
Jesse said,
I'm just excited about turkey.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I
That's all I
guess that's everything, right?
Yes.
Except for that we need to know about the hand.
The what hand?
The hand that appeared behind Jublima.
That was my boyfriend
Oh.
feeding the pork chop.
You mean my boyfriend?
Oh, sorry, I mean Daniel's boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on step 12 of a third plan to steal Jublima's man. So
So you can go to
I mean,
the
what?
description, and there are links for everyone's stuff. I have to cut out
Yay.
Daniel. And then no, because
Wait, why are
there was a
Daniel and I
character
are switched?
there was a character limit to post, so I had to
Oh
take
my
off
gosh.
Daniel's and then post his by itself. So that's
Oh my
everyone's Instagram.
Wait, but if you look on Twitter, Daniel's and I are switched.
That's
It
fine.
is in the description.
It's fine.
You just have to follow us both. When you, then,
Yeah, you need to follow both anyway, so.
yeah, you have
Oh my
to.
goodness.
And
Alrighty.
thank you to the 50 people that tuned in and watched around midnight or
Yeah.
9
9
if
for,
you're in Daniel and
or
Jube's
even
time.
later if they were in Europe.
Yeah,
It's true. Or very early in the morning.
yeah.
Gosh,
all
yes.
the England
Yes.
people. Yeah.
They are in Australia.
So have a wonderful morning or night or noon or evening or. Is there anything else?
I think
It's
Mm.
probably middle of the day in
Existence.
Australia. It's like 10 a.m. I think or something.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye.